Hi Year 5, another maths video for you for week 4 summer learning. This time we're thinking about adding 3 or more fractions, but this time they have different denominators. So I'm going to have a think about what we can have here. So I'm adding, this one's going to be okay. So I want to add 2/5, 3/10 and 4/20. Now this time I can't just add my numerators at the top. I can't just say 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't put 9. I can't put 9 somethings because all my denominators are different down the bottom. So I need to find a common denominator which allows me to be able to do this sum. Okay, so I'm thinking this time I'm going to have a think about how I can get all of my other denominators to the largest denominator here. I want to get them all to 20ths. How am I going to do this? Now remember in Spotted Kestrel classroom, because we didn't want to forget about the 4/20ths, which is what some of you were forgetting, I'm going to put that down here because I don't want to do any changing to that, but I definitely want to make sure that it's in the end addition calculation when we come to the end. I don't want to forget about that, so I'm going to leave that there. But let's go back to the beginning here. 2/5. Now I want to get 2/5 into 20ths somehow. And the easiest thing to do there is to put our denominator straight away down here. I know I want to get to 20ths because I want to make them all 20ths. And actually the easiest thing here is to do this. I want to make all of these 20ths. I want to make these 5ths 20ths and these 10ths 20ths. So how am I going to get from 5ths to 20ths? Now this is when we need to have a think about our times table. Or you might want to count up in your eyes like this. What comes next? Okay, so I know that I need to multiply 5 by 4 to get to 20. 4 lots of 5, sorry. 1 lot of 5, 2 lot of 5, 3 lot of 5, 4 lots of 5, okay? And I could think about that if I was thinking about arrays like this. That's 1 lot of 5, 2 lots of 5, 3 lots of 5, 4 lots of 5, okay? They are groups of, and these are my groups that I'm thinking of. So I need to multiply 5 by 4, because I've got 4 groups of down here to get to 20. Now I know that 5 times 4 gets me to 20, but there's something else that we learned in the classroom that when I do something to my denominator, what do I need to do to my numerator? I need to do exactly the same. I'm hoping that you all shouted out at your computer screen then because you knew what I was talking about. So I have multiplied my denominator by 4, so I'm going to do exactly the same to my numerator. Again, hoping that you know 2 multiplied by 4, 2 lots of 4, 2 groups of 4. Again, if you don't, you can think about doing this and doing groups of, but you'll get the hang of it as you go along. 2 multiplied by 4, so 2 lots of, or 2 groups of 4, 8. Okay, let's do this one then. I need to get from 10ths to 20ths. I need to do some multiplication. How am I going to get from here to here? Brilliant, I can hear you all shouting now, you're getting used to this. 10 times 2, 10 lots of 2, 10 groups of 2 is 20. If I do something to the denominator, what do I need to do to the numerator? Brilliant, I heard you all the way from Portslade there. 3 multiplied by 2 is 6. So now I don't have 2/5, 3/10 and 4/20. I have 8/20, 6/20 and 4/20. These all now have the same denominators. They're all 20ths and I can add these up. Now before I remember telling you to put the highest number in your head that you can count on. This time I can see a relationship here between the 6 and the 4. I know that 6 and 4 when I add them together, become 10. So I'm instantly going to look at those and say, that's 10, 10 plus 8, 18. Okay, so 2/5, 3/10, 4/20 equals 18/20. I'm going to do one more together, and then you're going to try this on your own in your learning. So this time I'm going to have 3/4 plus 2/8 plus 8/16. Exactly the same principle as we did before. We're going to go for the highest, the largest denominator here. And like I said earlier, if you're in spotted kestrels, we used to sometimes forget the 16th. So we do all this fancy work with these here, and then we'd forget to add this onto our calculation at the end. So the easiest thing to do is hide it down here straight away so that it's there. And I can add my addition signs in there as well. Another thing to remember as well is if I'm trying to get all these to 16ths, I can put the 16th there to remind me that that's where I'm going with it. It also helps me not to get muddled with all the different numerators and denominators in this calculation. So let's think about how we're going to go from fourths to 16ths. I can hear you all telling me how to get there already. If I multiplied 4 by something, I would get to 16. And you're right, if I multiply it by 4 groups of 4 lots of 4 will get me to 16. So if I do that to the denominator, what do I do to the numerator? Multiply it by 4, I hear you cry. So 3 multiplied by 4 is 12. So I've now changed my 3/4 into 12ths. This time I want to get 2/8. I want to get 16ths out of them. How do I get from 8ths to 16ths? Think about your multiplication. Think about the relationships you already know. I can double it. I can multiply it by 2. 2 groups of, 2 lots of 8 or 16. I don't even need to ask. I'm not even going to hear you shout what we need to do here. You know that you need to do exactly the same to the numerator as you do the denominator. 2 multiplied by the 2 is 4. So now, instead of 3/4, 2/8 and 8/16, I have 12/16, 4/16 and 8/16. Again, straight away, I can see a relationship here between the 12 and the 8. I know that if I'm adding 12 and 8 together, I get 20. That's the instant calculation I'm going to do in my head mentally. 12 plus 8 is 20, adding the 4. Okay, so I have 24/16. This is an improper fraction because I have a heavier numerator than I do denominator. My whole has been divided into 16 parts. 24 have been shaded. I know that my whole is made up of 16/16. So I have taken 16 from here, minus 16 away from here. I need to know how many are left over. So you can either count up from 16 to 24. You could be at 24 and count back to 16. Or you might already know that to get to 20, you need to add 4, and then you've got another 4 here. So 16 plus 4 is 20, plus another 4. So I know that I have 8/16 there. 3/4, 2/8 and 8/16 equals 1 and 8/16. Give it a go. Please get in touch via Seesaw if you want me to do another quick video for you or you want me to talk you through it.